Hello, I'm Rachel from Douentza Garden in Ireland, and today is a very exciting day because I've had plants in the post, a beautiful box of perennials and summer flowering bulbs from Bulby in the Netherlands. So if you want to see what I've got, open them up with me and pot up a few of them, including, some exotic bulbs. Then stay tuned. Thank you for joining me today, and it's always super exciting to get plants in the post because we know what we order, but when that box eventually arrives, it's, well, I don't know, it's just one of the things of spring, isn't it? And these bulbs have come to me from the Netherlands from a company called Bulby, and have a look at what I have inside. I love the little postcards that they always send with their orders. So how has your spring been going so far? Have you managed to get out and get gardening? And you may remember from my previous videos that it has been so wet here in Ireland this spring. Just absolutely unbelievable. But I have managed to get out and get started. And I hope you have too. Unless, of course, you live somewhere terribly cold, in which case your spring hasn't really started yet. And the first thing that I pick up here, is super exciting. Look at this. We talked about bulbs, but these are not bulbs. Oh no, these are, what do you call these? Are they tubers? Are they? Anyway, this is the Glory Lily, a fantastic climber. A tender climber that I've grown in the past before, and it is so beautiful when it comes into flower. And if you stay tuned, we're going to pot these up together because I absolutely can't wait to get these going. And as you saw, there are 5 of the little tubers in there in the packet, and all of them super healthy looking. There you go. Now you'll be pleased to hear that these are going to be laid flat on the compost, because if you had a pot that was that deep, well, it would just be too wide, wouldn't it? I'm so happy to finally get my hands on that again. It has been a while. And what else have we got in here? Okay, so from the ultra tender and exotic, we come to the very garden worthy, and this is a persicaria called Orange Field. Now, if you've been in Ireland for the last few years, you'll have heard lots about this particular one because it does so very well in our gardens with a very long flowering period, and it will tolerate some shade as well. And that's a big thing because so many perennials that you buy say that they can be grown in full sun or part shade, but we all know the truth. If they're in part shade, then they just aren't going to flower as well. So I'm delighted to get my hands on Orange Field because this, I believe, is going to do a great job of brightening up a particular spot I have in the garden that has semi-shade, and I would just love an injection of orangey red later on in the season. We're going to pot these up very shortly. They don't look much now, but they're going to be amazing when they get going. And next in my little box of goodies, we have another exotic plant, and this time it's the Jacobean lily, or Sprekelia. This isn't one I've grown for a while, but when this flowers, oh my goodness, the exotic looking and intricately shaped red flowers are just to die for. So I'm delighted to have 2 bulbs of this to pot up and to get going. And reaching in next, we have some lilies. Oh, it's a bit blowy here today. And this one is called Lilium rosenca, a glorious red lily with, I think, kind of a fuchsia tinge to the edge of the petals, and this is going to look absolutely amazing in the new red border that I have down the end of the garden, and I'm dying to plant up. And here we have, what's this now? Are these more lilies? These ones, on the other hand, are Martigan lilies, and they are early flowering and lovely recurved flowers, and these particular ones are red for the same spot. Ah yes, some begonias. I've been meaning to make a begonia potting video for some time now, and I think this might be my moment. I think I have some more begonias here. Whoa, look at the giant size of these. These are lilies, surely. I don't remember ordering any more lilies. Let's take these unnamed lilies and place them out. Okay, some more begonias, and this time it's a beautiful white and pink one, which I will put on the pink side of the garden. So I'll pop those up in a separate video. And then, whoa, dahlia, totally tangerine. This is a fantastic dahlia that I've been wanting to get my hands on for several years, and it is such an unusual colour of orange. It is fantastic. I've seen it in all the best gardens. Doesn't seem to need staking, and there are plenty of orangey pinky borders I have that this will just slot into an absolute treat. And I think the rest are going to be dahlias now. So here we have blackjack, a lovely, I think is it black or is it dark red? But it's for the red border down the end, so ho ho ho. And then finally, yes, so this is Dahlia Gideon, and I got 4 of these. And this I just had to have. I think it's a new variety, and when I saw those shades of red, I just thought this would be absolutely perfect for my new border. Now it's a bowl dahlia, so the one that's commonly called mistakenly pom-pom. So it's a bowl dahlia, and it is just fantastic colours. If you've followed the channel for a while, you'll know that Bulby is my supplier of choice. I always buy tulips from them in autumn and other spring flowering bulbs, and then quite more recently I've gone for the perennials and the summer flowering bulbs to be bought at this time of year in spring. Now Bulby is great because their prices are really quite low. Go and check them out on the website if you don't believe me. And here today you can get a further discount by using my code gardening10. Bulby have a website for those of us in the EU where we can order, but also for those in the UK where they can order, and the discount code is valid on both sites. Be aware though that the discount code does change frequently, so you'll need to check back and see my latest video to find out what the current code is. But at the moment it's gardening10. Woof. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to pot up is the bare root perennials, and experience has shown that the quicker you get these hydrated the better. So I'm going to pot them. And normally I just use regular potting compost or potting mix, as you say in the States. And what I have here is just that, but there is a little bit of sand mixed in. Now I don't think the sand makes any difference to them, but I'm going to need it in here for some of the other plants that I am going to pot up. So why not use it anyway? And I'm going to put in just a little bit of fertilizer, and this is wild organic seaweed, a beautiful fertilizer that smells like summer holidays on the beach with its lovely seaweedy smell, completely organic. And this I think just gives everything the best chance, a little bit of a boost. Now I'll mix it around. And I'm just using a regular plastic pot. Make sure you don't over pot them. That means don't put them in a pot that's too big. Just put a little bit of mix at the base of the pot. We can see clearly here how this is the top of the tuber. It's a hard bit. And down below we have lots of roots and a taproot that extends down. So it's going to go with this bit facing up into the pot. And if you're lucky with these perennials, you should see little shoots already emerging, which makes it completely clear which way is up. So then I'm going to water them well and leave them in the greenhouse or in a sheltered spot if you don't have a greenhouse until shoots begin to show. And then after that, it's just regular watering. Okay, next up, the Jacobean lilies. And these little beauties, where are they? Oh, here they are. I can't wait to get going. Now, for these, the recommendation is to just use any good compost. So I think mine with a little bit of sand in it is going to do really rather well. And to use a pot that's 13 centimetres across, that's 5 inches. And you can see with my old and battered tape measure that this pot pretty much fits the bill. These bulbs need to be planted so that 1/3 of them sits proud of the soil. I've got 2 of these, so I'm going to plant them each in their own pot. And that's just because that's the way I want to display them. You could, of course, put them into the same pot, just a slightly bigger one. And now we put my bulb in. Here you can see it's just sitting on top of the mix, and now I'm going to put a bit more around it and just firm it down a bit because this thing has no roots to anchor it in yet. It's going to get going in no time. So that's the first one. Nice Sprekelia Jacobean lily on top, like that. Sprinkle around it. There we go. Now I'm going to water these once and bring them into the house because these are exotic plants that need a warmer temperature than I can provide in my greenhouse or in my garden at the moment. So they need to be kept at 7 to 10 degrees centigrade. That's I think 45 to 50 Fahrenheit. So for me that means indoors in the house at this moment in time. And once they start growing, then I'm going to water them regularly. And also, like when it gets a bit warmer, I can bring them out to the greenhouse where they'll get good light and go on to do amazing things. I absolutely can't wait. Of course, I don't think I'm going to get these mixed up with anything else in the house, but it is a good idea to label things as well. So I will do that forthwith. Right. Now let's have a look at my glory lilies. Next up we have my beautiful climbing glory lilies that are going to produce flowers in awesome shades of red and white with all kind of crinkled edges, and I can't wait. Now these aren't bulbs, as you can see, they're sort of tubers, and I'm going to put all of them in the one pot. Now the mix we use for these has to be 1 part grit or something inorganic. So 2 parts potting mix, 1 part grit, which is why I put the sand in here in the first place. And I'm going to use a large bowl, as you can imagine, for something, well, for this many beautiful plants. So this is my bowl. Now if you're potting up just one of these, you need something that's 20 centimeters across. This is much bigger because I'm putting 5 in. And the trick is to get enough soil on top of them. So let's just put the mix in here at the bottom. I forgot my little witch's hat. This is just great to improve drainage and just to stop the compost from coming straight out the bottom hole. And we just put it in here like that. Now These tubers need to be planted 7 to 10 centimeters deep, and there you can see that's the 10 centimeter mark. So let's lay these in on top. We don't, of course, want them to touch. There we go. And now let's backfill. Okay, so also for the Gloriosa, this is one that needs to come into the house. So I'll water it once and I'll put it in a warm spot in the house. It needs slightly warmer temperatures than the Jacobean lily. So we're talking about 10 degrees centigrade in this case. And it will take a while for the shoots to start coming up. So I need to be patient. Water once and leave is generally the recommendation, rather than, you know how we get so worried about these things and we come along and think to ourselves, oh, maybe a little bit of water, a little bit more water will make it get going, and we end up rotting them. So just do be careful of that if you do decide to grow this beautiful, glorious lily. And why wouldn't you? Because it is definitely worth it. Now I have other jobs to do. I have to pot up some lilies, I have to pot up some dahlias, I have to do my begonias. So if you want to see how to pot up lilies or dahlias, I will link at the very end of this video to ones where I've done that previously. And for next week, do stay tuned to see how to pot up begonias to have fantastic, exotic looking summer displays. Thank you as always for watching, and if you're in the market for bulbs or summer plants, then look no further than Bulby, and don't forget my discount code of gardening 10. And I will see you on the next video. Bye!